All right, welcome to Fireside Chat number 194. So, as far as stuff going on this week, I talked about profiles last week. I'll double check. Uh, yeah, so reminder about those. You can apply for one. Link in the profiles and Mark's channels, both, as well as in announcements now. So, check that out. In addition, Command and Conquer stuff going on now. So, check that out. You can get the Command and Conquer player's role. CNC Player's Role is what it's called in the Get Rolls channel. There's a new Command and Conquer channel under Games, and there is also a Command and Conquer Night. Actually, let me double check the date on that. Not in events. Let me double check. Sorry, trying to find when. Thought Connor Cusi messaged me at some point. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not sure on that, but there is a Command and Conquer night. So be sure to check that out. Join the Command and Conquer channel. Stay tuned for announcements on that, and that'll be posted in events at the very least. Also, a new StarCraft event. So, a StarCraft, or StarCraft 2 specifically, StarCraft 2 Melee event. And let me double check the date on that. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, so check that out. I believe Kanagramir is planning to host that for the next couple of weeks at the very least. I believe it's moving to Saturday next week at the same time. But keep posted on that. Stay tuned on the StarCraft channel. And yeah, so a lot of cool events going on. In addition, uh, no, I think that was it for those announcements. We are finalizing some of the platoon and division names. Have most of those figured out. Let me open up the doc here. Maybe I can give some spoilers for anybody tuning in. Metal Marauders for the Wargaming Platoon, Insurgent Knights for Roblox, Champions of Yggdrasil, throwback for an Arians division. If you remember, that was the great company he led previously in the first Viking era, so cool to see that return. Of course, I like some of these new names like Metal Marauders. I'm a huge fan of, but I think it's also really cool to be able to kind of pay homage to previous divisions and kind of revive them that way. As well, speaking of which, Teutonic Order is the StarCraft Brood War and StarCraft 2 Platoon. Of course, Hammer guys will be bummed, but speaking for myself, I'm happy just to see any of the old StarCraft Platoon names come back, so that's pretty cool. Warframe sticking with Un's Favored, which some of you may remember as the old Warframe Warband. So that name's coming back as well, which is awesome to see. Genshin Impact is Travelers of the Stars, although I see a question mark, so maybe Narian's still working on figuring that one out. That is fine. I think probably the plan, and I know this is a bit of a pushback from when I initially wanted to do it, but I think probably the plan is to roll out the platoon stuff probably in late April, possibly something like May 1st. I think that's kind of the goal right now. The reason being, I want to give everyone a full month to get things going before they have to write the situation reports, rather than if we release it like April 27th or something, and then they have to write situation reports at the very end of the month after a couple of days. That's kind of awkward. And I'd like a little bit more time to prepare, I think. One of the big things I want to do is go through and try to fix up, just kind of double check all the documentation, basically. So the rules channel, the Get Rules channel, the About WA channel, the Officer Manual, all that stuff. I want to double check that, make sure that all aligns with what we're doing as far as platoon changes, and just double check if there's anything else that needs to be fixed, because there's probably typos or just out of date information in general. That kind of thing. So I want to kind of go through and do all of that as well. Give you a little bit more time to get set up here with the platoons. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and head off to Cert Hall for office hours. Otherwise, I'll be back next week for the next Fireside chat.